Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where we've got another puzzle by Tallcat to have a look at today. Tallcat, oh my goodness, I made an absolute horlicks of the last Tallcat puzzle I tried on the channel. I forgot a very crucial rule at about 2 hours or so into the video, which extended the video unnecessarily by about half an hour. So I hope, Tallcat, I will do this one more justice. This has 2 stars out of 5 for difficulty. It's called Set Square, and we've had a couple of fulsome recommendations saying this is absolutely brilliant. And I'm looking forward to trying it. And I'll read you the rules, which actually you can. If you aren't new to variant Sudoku, you can probably guess the rules, but I'll read you the rules properly in a moment or two's time. Couple of things to mention first. Thank you so much to all those of you who joined us last night for our stream of Blueprints. This is a very, very interesting game. The idea is to find the secret room, room 46, one higher than the Sudoku secret. Mark and I did not manage to find that room. We felt cheated at one point, but it's I think it will appeal. Anybody who enjoys the sorts of puzzles that we're tackling every day on this channel, I think will enjoy that game, and I certainly intend that Mark and I will revisit it in the coming days. So if you enjoyed last night's stream, hopefully there'll be another one to come. Yeah, last night's stream you can rewatch. I'll try and remember to put a link on the screen. Now, other news over on Patreon. We are getting some really, really great feedback for this. This is our monthly Sudoku hunt, themed on April Fools, to win Emily Williams' wonderful cushion cover. Let's do a refresh with 466. Reload. 502. That's absolutely brilliant. Really, really well done. 500 people have worked through all 10 puzzles. I am so impressed. I cannot tell you. A couple of those puzzles are tricky. That is brilliant work. Really, really well done to all 500 of you. Frankly, if you did any of them at all, you've done well. I mean, if you've still got time though, you've still got till the 20th. So if you haven't started, do have a look at some of these puzzles. You'll get hooked. You'll want to finish the whole thing, and be in with a chance to win the prize. And last month's prize was to make a Sudoku video with me, and I'm hoping to record that tomorrow night with Dominic, who won last month's competition. So hopefully there'll be another collaborative solving video on the channel soon, assuming we can solve the puzzle together. Now, what else? I've got my list of birthdays to read out. Let's have a look. Melissa, it's your birthday today. And I know this because Don wrote to us. Donatello, I think sometimes Don might go under. But I remember, Melissa, reading your note out, in which you were delighted to tell us that you and Don were going to be the same age for the next 2 months, and Don, being a gentleman, he wrote in and said he wouldn't reveal your age, but he just wanted you to know that as of today, one of you is no longer 39. Thanks very much, Don. I think you've given the game away there, but many happy returns, Melissa. I gather I should wish you happy. Well, I should wish for you dinosaur cake. We all want dinosaur cake, especially if it's chocolate dinosaur cake. So I hope, frankly, I hope Don has sorted out your cake for you. Now, the next one isn't a birthday, but down there in Australia, Angelique, you've just turned 20, but I think you had surgery either today or yesterday, and we wanted to wish you all the best for a speedy recovery. And your best friend should hang his head in shame for forgetting to write in about your birthday for the last 3 years. Anyway, Angelique, I hope you're starting to feel better now, and that best friend should get you a large slice of chocolate cake for as soon as you're able to eat it. And then finally, Joshua, I think you've turned the big 3-0. Your friend George wrote to us. And I'm not sure if it's your birthday today or it's been very recent. But anyway, apparently you're very deserving of this shout out on account of your domination at the LinkedIn puzzle games over the last week. I play those as well, I have to confess. Well, I don't play all of them. I play... Is there a new one called Zip or Zap? I quite like that one. I play Queens every day. Queens originated from a couple of friends of mine, and Serkan and Thomas Snyder. Serkan Yürekli from Turkey and Thomas Snyder had a hand in LinkedIn's Queens game, I know that. And there's another one I do, which is it's called something like Cross Ladder or something. I do that one every day as well. So anyway, I hope that you have... well, George, I hope you get him back over the next week. I hope that when it lists how you've compared to your connections, you're right at the top. And Joshua, many happy returns. That's all the news. Let's have a look at Set Square by Tallcat. The rules will not take long to read. Oh, are we going to get visited by Maverick? We are. How long has that taken? 6 minutes. Well done, Maverick. The rules are as follows. We've got normal Sudoku rules apply. So we're going to have to put the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. Renban. Pink lines must contain a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So if this was a 1, these cells would have to be 1, well, they'd have to be 2, 3, and 4. But they can be in any order, as Maverick does bust past my window. Sorry about that. Yeah, so just make sure they're consecutive, and then we're good to go. Oh, you can't repeat as well. Are there any? Oh, there are opportunities for repeats. Yeah, so if this was a... well, no, if that's a 1, you couldn't also put a 1 there. It has to be a non-repeating set of consecutive digits. And then we've got crop key. So we've got cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. Not all dots are necessarily given. So if this was a 2, this can be either 1 or 3 to be consecutive with 2. But if that's a 2-3 pair, you don't have to have a white dot between them. That's absolutely fine. We're just being told positive information, if you like, about 3 dominoes in the grid. Do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. But now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. Now, I don't know whether this is going to be important or not, but I can immediately see something in this grid, so I should probably... It's almost a Sudoku secret at this point. But the title of the puzzle, I think, makes me think this is probably important. The title being Set Square, which must be a reference to Ard van der Wetering's famous, and I think it is famous in the Sudoku world, famous relationship between sort of this part of the grid and that part of the grid. So believe it or not, those two areas there, you see there are 25 cells in green and 16 cells in blue. The difference between those areas, if you like, is one set of the digits 1 to 9. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean, I really hope, in fact, if I've just said that and you're thinking, what is he talking about? Please drop us a kind comment on this video, because I think it would be easy. Because we've seen this sort of pattern a while, or for a few years on the channel, it would be easy for us to forget how extraordinary that can seem the first time you find it out. There's a really simple proof of it. Let me show you that. So if I highlight those cells in green and ask you to describe the contents of those green cells, we could all do it. Because the rules of Sudoku tell us that every row contains the digits 1 to 9 once each, we know that this is 5 complete rows of the Sudoku. So we know exactly what the totality of those green cells will be. They will be 5 1s, 5 2s, 5 3s, 5 4s, all the way through up to 5 9s, won't they? Because it's 5 complete rows. Now, could we describe 4 columns of the Sudoku? Clearly we could. These blue cells are 4 complete columns of the Sudoku. So the blue cells altogether will be 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9, whereas the green set, remember, was 5 sets of the digits 1 to 9. Now, the hardest thing about set theory is getting your head around the next point. What happens to the green and to blue? So let's just agree on something first. The difference between green and blue at this point is one set of the digits 1 to 9. If I remove this cell from the green and the blue sets, what can we say about what remains in green and blue? This is the thing you have to get your head around. Now, it's very straightforward once you see it. The blue set of cells, the blue set of cells was 4 sets of the digits 1 to 9. The green set of cells was 5 sets of the digits 1 to 9. If we remove the same thing from both sets, have we changed the difference between green and blue? No. The difference between whatever's left in green and whatever's left in blue must still be one set of the digits 1 to 9, because it was one set of the digits 1 to 9 before I took anything out, and I took the same thing out of both sets. And we can do that for all cells that have 2 colours. So, at this point, we have proved that the difference between what remains in green and what remains in blue is one set of the digits 1 to 9. Now you can extend this actually, which I think I'm going to do here. If I was to remove box 1 from green, what is box 1? What will it contain in the finished puzzle? It will contain one set of the digits 1 to 9. That is the nature of Sudoku. So by taking one set of the digits out of green, I have now equalised the sets. Green, what remains in green? There should be 16 cells in green, and there are. And there are 16 cells in blue. These are now exactly the same digits. Now, well, it's all very well saying this and proving it, but now we actually have to use this fact to try and solve this puzzle. And there are a few things that I can see that are interesting. I mean, the most obvious thing I'm seeing when I look at the blue set, this Renban line that's running round here, that can't have a repeated digit on it. So, obviously the box 9 has no repeated digits on it. This has no repeated digits on it. So there are a maximum of 2 of any digit in green. And, I mean, there must be, well, hang on, let me just think about this a bit more. If I know there's a 1 and a 9 in blue, that's definitely true. And there might be a 1 and a 9, or a 1 or a 9 on this. This is a 7-cell Renban, isn't it? So it's either going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, or 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now, let me think about this. Sorry. Yeah, okay. So, I think the idea here is that we can now immediately state the nature of green. Now, the way I'm thinking about this, which might be peculiar, it has been said before, is the following. I know one of these little lines, well, ab initio, I know at least one of them has a 1 on, because there's a 1 in box 9, and because we know that blue and green contain the same digits, one of these things has a 1 on it. So that means that little strut, that 4-cell sequence, is going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4 sequence. Now, I also know that there is a 9 in box 9. So one of these struts in green has a 9 on it, and that's going to be 9876. But here's the kicker. I know that this strand has a 5 on it, and because it's 7 cells long. And whichever one of the options I chose, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, we have 5, don't we? And I know there's a 5 in box 9. And that means that 2 of these strutty things have 5s on them. But if you put a 5 on a strutty thing, technical term, if you put a 5 on a strutty thing, can you put an extreme digit on that same strutty thing? And the answer is no, because 5, 4, 3, 2 doesn't get to 1, and 5, 6, 7, 8 doesn't get to 9. So, we now know that there can't be a second 1 or a second 9 in blue, because there are 2 5s in green. Those 2 5s, yeah, and the implication of that is let's go back to blue again, because we know there isn't a second 1 or a second 9 now in blue, because they can't be in green. This thing is a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Remban, and that tells us that the 2 struts that have 5s on, one of them is going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, and the other strut is going to be 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, how do we think about that then? I mean, there are some obvious points I can see that result from that. For example, if this strutty thing was 1, 2, 3, 4, this strutty thing is not 2, 3, 4, 5, because that's going to give us the most mighty problem putting 6, 7, 8, 9 into box 2. We haven't put any of those digits in, and we can't fit all 4 of them into 3 cells. So, that logic is obviously going to be the same if we try and put 9876 there and 8765 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 can't go into those squares. So, this rectangle is a high and a low. So what I mean by that is we could have 9876. Right, okay. What I said is true. It's definitely a high and a low. It can't be 2 highs, it can't be 2 lows. Now, what it also can't be, which I hadn't appreciated, is it can't be 6, 7, 8, 9 and the low being 1, 2, 3, 4, can it? And the reason for that is this little white dot thingy here is saying that those 2 cells are consecutive. And there is no consecutive pair that exists between 4 and 6 even. So, yeah, this is it. This is really clever, by the way. It's very unusual. How does this have 2 stars? If you did it, what? That is a shocking example of grade inflation, isn't it? In the set, I'm not sure if it could be described as inflation or deflation, in the sense that 4 years ago, if I'd have tackled this puzzle, I wouldn't have known Ard's set thing, and it would be a monstrous thing to try and. It would be so hard to do this if you couldn't immediately say there's only 2 of any digit on this sequence. Anyway, that's by the by. I'm getting distracted. Okay, yes, because what I was thinking is the following. So we know that one of these is something like 9876, and the other one will be the low, which will be 5432 in that situation, and the consecutive pair is going to be between the 5 and the 6. And I think that's going to be what this is, because the alternative is that this is a low and a high, with the low being the extreme. Now, if that was the case, and this was 1, 2, 3, 4, and this was 5, 6, 7, 8 being the high that could connect with the 1, 2, 3, 4 across the dot, What is this pair? That pair is a 4-5 pair. And that thing in the corner stops that being true. So in fact, I don't quite know how to pencil mark this, but one of these is... Well, okay. Yeah, so one of these is massive, like the extreme high thing. The other is the medium low thing, i.e. not the 1, 2, 3, 4, but the 2, 3, 4, 5. But this is always a 5-6 pair. That is definitely true. Hang on. So one of these is going to be 5, 4, 3, 2, but I don't think I know which one it is. The other is 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so what are these then? So one of these is 1, 2, 3, 4. And the other one is 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, okay. Okay, so it's this dot that we have to now think about. Because how can you join 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5, 6, 7, 8? You have to do it across a 4-5 pair. And that's absolutely beautiful. It's ridiculous. And now, this one is the low one. So this one, although you can get that pair, you don't know the order. But this one, you do know the order because of the 4 in the corner not being able to be here. So this is 1, 2, 3. This is 6, 7, 8. And what are these ones? One of these is a 6, 7, 8, 9 strut. And whichever one it is going to plonk a 9 into one of those squares, isn't it? Because these squares can't be 6, 7, 8. Now the other one is going to be... So the other one is going to be 5, 4, 3, 2 in some order. And that's going to have a 1 in one of those squares beneath it, because the 2 or the 3 that sits underneath it can't sit underneath. Well, it can't put a 2 or a 3 beneath a 5, 4, 3, 2 quadruple. So this is not a 1. Now, presumably it's this dot that we have to think about now, is it? If that's 9, that could be 8. If that's 9, no, that doesn't, I don't think that works. If this is 9, this is 6, 7, 8. The crossing here is 6 to a 5. This is 5, 4, 3, 2, with this being the 5. So this would be a 4, 3, 2 triple, and there won't be a way of filling this dot. 4 and 6 are not consecutive numbers. So it's the other way. This is the 9. This one is 6. This is 5. It's now raining outside. Maverick won't enjoy that. This is 2, 3, 4. This is a 1. This is not a 1. And we've got ourselves out of a pickle. We've filled in the green. Well, oh, that's an 8. By consecutive rules. Isn't it beautiful that relationship? It's so... The critical thing here, no, it's just brilliantly set, frankly. It really is. You need all of these struts, and the white dots and the 4 in the corner is such a lovely touch. Right. In fact, one of these is a 5, 6, 7 now. Oh, this, right. Yeah. Look at box 1. Okay, what I'm noticing here is that these two cells can't include 5 because of these 5s. So 5 is on a line, and that line can't be a sequence involving a 4. So it's going to be 5, 6, 7, either here or here. Now, once we've got a 5, 6, 7 and a 4, the other 3 cell line can't be made up of 8 and 9, can it? Because it would have to be 8, 9, 7, but we've just used the 7 on the other line. So it's going to be a 1, 2, 3 triple. So those cells are collectively a 1, 2, 3 triple and a 5, 6, 7 triple, and these squares are an 8, 9 pair. And I don't know what to do with that. No, what I was about to say is not true. Okay, where's 9 in this box? And the answer is there. And that's because if I put 9 on this little Remban-y thing, it will be a 9, 8, 7 triple. So say I put 9 here. What's this digit? Well, in theory, it's got to be 8 or 7, but it can't be 8 and it can't be 7, so there's no way we can put 9 in there. So 9's there. So 9's over here. Oh yeah, and now there's a 1 in this box. Where's 1? It's on this thingy. So this has got to be a 1, 2, 3 triple. The 1 of which is definitely in those squares. So this square can't be a 1, or it would repeat on its Renban. Yeah, there's sort of virtual triple in this column now, because one of these lines is a 1, 2, 3 triple, and whichever one it is, one of these 2 digits is a 1, 2, or a 3, and there are 2 there as well. So these digits can't be from 1, 2, or 3, or 4. Oh, and this is the same. Where's 9? So this, is it very symmetric actually? I hadn't really thought about that. It's not quite, is it? That line and that line, they look like they're trying to fool you into thinking they're symmetric, but they're not. But this line and this line I think are symmetrical. Yeah, the little 2-cell Rembans I think are slightly, that one's symmetrical. I'm thinking of symmetry around the negative diagonal. But yeah, anyway, let's come back to it. Where's 9 in this box? Again, it can't go on this Remban because the other digit would be 8 or 7, and it can't be. So 9 must be at the top here. And 1 must be on this Remban again. So this is 1, 2, 3. That's not a 1. Right. That digit sees all 3 digits on that Remban. So that's got to be a 4. Those 2 digits are the same now. Oh, okay, that's beautiful. That's absolutely beautiful. Yeah, let me just explain. So obviously this is 2 or 3 and it must appear on this Remban. So those are the same. So by Sudoku, where are they going in box 1? They're going there. And that means that this one is the 1, 2, 3 one. So this one is the 5, 6, 7 one. It's just a beautiful puzzle, this. It really is. Ah, that's a 9 by Sudoku in box 1 using this 9. Oh, I was hoping that was good. It's nearly placed 9 in box, or column 2. If that was 9, this would be 8, which might be possible. These digits are the same, aren't they? Let's just quickly label those with a letter. Yeah, look at this. Now, a 2-cell Remban is the same as a white dot separating these 2 cells. Now, in other words, these 2 digits are obviously consecutive. Now, a fatuous thing to say about 2 consecutive digits is that they're going to include 1 even digit and 1 odd digit. That is the nature of consecutive digits. Now, what's the even digit on this domino then? Because it's not 4, it's not 6, and it's not 8, so it is 2. So this has got to be a 2 and a 1 or a 3 to be consecutive. And therefore that is a 1, 2, 3 triple in box 3. And okay, well that gives, okay, so the corner digit is a 7 by that fair-weathered friend Sudoku. Oh, hang on, I hadn't seen this. Oh no, this is lovely. Where's 9 in row 3? 9 is not there, because that would be an 8 and that would clash. So this is an 8-9 pair, and that's going to be helpful. So this is 8 now. This is 7. This is 7. This is 5 and 6. Oh, I see. This is a 4 by Sudoku, so that's either 3 or 5 to be consecutive with 4. And these digits are a 5-6 pair. And we can probably do a lot of other things here, but I can't see where to look. This is a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. Oh, okay. That is true, but it's better if you look at it this way. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Now that's a 6, 7, 8, 9 quadruple. Look at this cell. So this is a high digit, 6, 7, 8 or 9. And this needs to be consecutive with a high digit, but it can't itself be 6, 7, 8 or 9. So the only way this works is if this is 5 and this is 6. So these are 7, 8, 9. This is 7, 8, 9. That's not 9. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, the one of which has to be down here. Oh, no. Look, that's a naked single. That's C's 1, 2 and 3. Sorry, that's probably been available for ages. I just didn't see it. Where's 4 in box 6? It goes there. Yeah, so these are from 1, 2 and 3. So that's probably worth... It's probably worth a pencil mark, isn't it? No. I was about to ask a silly... No, okay, I'm going to... No. No, I'm not. Does 4 have to be on there? If it's not, it's 6. Yes. Okay, look at that. Look at this domino. Now, it's the same thing as here. We've got to think about the even digit that goes on this yellow domino. Now, it's not 8 and it's not 2. So it's either 4 or it's 6. Now, if it was 6, let's think about how that would work. If it was 6, it couldn't be 6 with 7. And if it was 5, 6, that's going to give this cell a great deal of trouble. It couldn't exist, could it? So this must have 4 on it with 3 or 5. Not 3, I suppose, because this is a 2, 3 pair. So this is a 4, 5 pair, and this is a 6. That's great. That's a 5. Now, in this column, we haven't put 1. So that must be at the bottom. And what we'll do as a result of that is the following. Come on, brain. Come on with something. I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. Do we know? Okay, we've got a 1, 2, 3 triple here and a 4, 5, 8. So 6, 7 and 9. So this square is odd, I think. Can't be 6. So that square's even and has got to be consecutive with 7 or 9. So, whoopsie. So this is 6 or 8. It's still, I don't think that's resolved. Okay, so we're probably going to have to think a bit harder again now. I'm not really sure where to look. What could we do? I don't know, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 9. So these squares include, or they are selected from 5, 6, 7 and 8. Oh, that's a naked single. I think it's naked. Oh, how did I not see that before? Yeah, I mean, if we fully pencil mark this box, because these squares are from 5, 6, 7 and 8, but look at this one. That's got to be 5. That's good. So this one's 3. So that this one's 3, this one's 2, this one's 3. Okay, this is doing something. That's a 1-2 pair, so it must have 3 on its Renban, which means that's our A digit sorted out. These squares are a 1-2 pair. This square is a 2, which must be the same as that cell on that Renban. This 2 is beautiful because it bounces up there. 2, 1, 1, 3. 3 is in one of those cells by Sudoku of all things. And this column needs 6, 7 and 9, doesn't it? So this corner digit, or this bottom digit, is 6, 7 or 9. No, what I was about to say isn't true. So I'm not going to say, oh, those squares don't include 3 anymore. So this is a 1-2 pair. And this cell is a 1 in row 4. I just hadn't noticed that. Now this Renban in the corner doesn't have 1 on it, and that's a 5-cell Renban. So it's got 5 and 6 on it now. The 5 is vertical. Sorry, I hadn't focused on this at all. Look, this is where we should look, because this is a 5-cell Renban, and however you cut 5 consecutive digits from the Sudoku digits 1 to 9. If you start with the lowest digit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's a 5 on it. If you start with the highest digit 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, there's a 5 on it. So there's always a 5 on here. And look, we actually know where it goes. Well, we don't know exactly where it goes, but we know enough for it to be interesting. And now I'm going to bounce back this 6. Because there's no 1 on this Renban, there is a 6 on it, and that's going to have to go in one of those cells. And that makes the corner digit an 8. And this can't be a 6 either. So this is 7 and 9. That's going to be good. So this is 6. This is 7. These squares are a 3 and a 6, which we know the order of. This is just beautiful, isn't it? It really is beautiful, this. That's a 2. So that's a 2. That's a 1. That's huge. That's absolutely huge. There's a 2 on this Renban, and there's no 1 on it. So I now know exactly what the constituents of this Renban have to be. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we know we know these aren't 4 and 6. So this is 4 and 6 by Sudoku. Oh, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Oh, that's not 5 in the corner. A chance for a 3 in the corner. Oh no, it's not. No, it's not a chance. We've been foiled. In fact, there is no 3 in the corner now, because look, by Sudoku in the bottom row, this digit is a 2 or a 3, and it can't be a 2. So that's 3. That's 2. These are a 3-5 pair. So these digits. Oh, this is lovely. These digits are 9 and 8, but I remember, I did it. Oh, I did this a much more elegant way. I didn't use that. What I was going to say is, remember this Renban is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It can't have 9 on it. But actually, that digit couldn't be a 9 anyway. Sorry. That's 8, that's 7, that's 6 now. These two squares are somethings. Those somethings are 6 and 7. Oh. That's not resolved, but these squares are 2 and 5, and that is resolved. Put 1 in this box. What are those digits? They are the big digits, 7, 8 and 9. Oh, that doesn't seem to be resolved. But we know what they are, don't we? Because they've got to be 4 and 7. Because we need a 7 on this and we need a 4 on it. Okay, I think that's right. Oh, I see. This is 9, this is 8. So this is 8. Ah, there we go. I was wondering how that was going to resolve, but it does. 6, 4. And then at the bottom of the grid, that's 7, that's 4, that's 4, that's 5, that's 5, that's 3. That's 7, that's 9. That's 1, that's 2. That is just a beautiful puzzle. It is a beautiful puzzle. Set square. There's just, if you have friends who are a little bit into maths, and not that there is maths in this, but I just feel it would appeal to anybody who likes maths, sort of recreationally. There is something deeply beautiful about uncovering patterns in Sudoku puzzles. And then the simplicity, and I use that word perhaps erroneously, but what I mean is the simplicity of noting that you can only have 2 of any digit in the green area, and it revealing the nature of the Ren bands, and then the dots, and then the 4. Oh, it's sick. Is it right? Actually, yes. I thought this was a brand new puzzle. I must be wrong. One of the emails we had suggested it was a new puzzle. Anyway, that was absolutely wonderful, Tallcat, again. And hopefully I didn't make such a horlicks of it this time. Let me know in the comments how you got on. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.